Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracement to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.
Some of you will get caught up in this trap of constantly learning because you're afraid to sit down with one model, follow the rules, stick to that process, and let it yield whatever experience is intended for you. And then you have a baseline. That's why I could literally give out a model every single day. And some of you want me to do that. But the only thing it's going to do is it's like a dog in a meat market. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to run around and you just chase everything. Instead of sitting down and say, you know what? I'll just have a filet. Thank you. And I've done that with the 2022 model. I've done that just recently with the silver bullet model. I have lots more coming, but you don't have to have anything else. The optimal trade entry was enough. OTE pattern, the flagship that was on my YouTube channel. That's enough. The 2022 model, that's enough. You can use it in every session. London, New York, PM session. You can use it in London close. You can trade it in Forex. You can trade it in futures. You can trade it in crypto. You can trade it in whatever you want to trade it in. It works. There's no excuse. You have zero excuse not to have some baseline by now. You should have some kind of experience to be able to say, you know what? This works. And I have to work on refining it, but I know it works because I've seen it in back testing, looking at where it has done this in the past. I tell you what time to look for these things to form. That way you're not just going around and looking at charts blindly. Go right to these specific times of the day. That's where it's going to form. For those people that go back in their old data and their old charts and they study that, they see it, they don't need me to do 50 examples of that. They don't need to see me do it live 50 times a week. They're sold on the idea. Okay, there's something here. It merits more investigation because I see the evidence of this thing occurring. It's not contrived. It's not conjectured. It's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's really happening every day. And once you see that, you don't need to have anybody else to cheerlead for you. You know, okay, there's something here. I'm going to mine that. So I give you just a few models so that way you go in and you now start working on the skill sets that are required. Not veering off course, hopping from one PD array, one approach, fair value gap, inversion, fair value gap, breakers, market maker models, buy, sell. There's 1,000 things out there that I teach. Every individual one of them is a model. Every single one of them is an individual model. But I give you, like, this is the best way to learn. I'm allowing you to pick your weapon. I've opened my arsenal doors. So here it is. Look what I have here. Pick your weapon. But nothing changes when it comes to time. Time of day, these things occur at specific times, certain days of the week, certain weeks of the month, certain month of the year. I'm allowing you to bring your personality, your personal influence, because you're the problem and you're the last puzzle piece. See, some of you are sitting around here, you're writing diligent notes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's wonderful. But you're all waiting for that last penny to drop. The last ICT puzzle piece. And then it's all going to come together. It's all going to be crystal clear. Once he tells me this one PD, the 81 PD arrays, final last one. That's it. That's it. That's the Holy Grail. No, it's not. If you walked over to your mirror right now, look at yourself real quick. That's the final puzzle piece. And it's always been you. You're the reason why you succeed, and you're the reason why you haven't succeeded yet. And ultimately, you and you alone are the only reason why you're going to fail. That's not me talking down to you. That's me telling you the way it is. That's just the way it is. Are you coming to me for a constant dose of something new, but have done nothing with what I've already given you?
Alrighty, boys and girls. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, 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 everybody. Good morning, morning. Let me check audio one last time here quick. Looks good. Chat box. Good morning, Kaven. Good morning, Natsu. Storm Scalp, good to see you, man. PEJW, good morning. Meta, good morning. Raymond, Corky, what's up, man? Daddy's back. Good morning, pair. Good morning, guys. Come on in. The water's fine. Good morning, cuh. Good morning, Wolfie. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see yous. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good Inauguration Day / Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We are back in action, boys. Daddy Trump is back. There's officially only 2 genders. And I think that's fantastic. So, we're almost all the way back now. All right, guys. Let's do some analysis here. Market just opened up. And here's what I'm thinking. Well, first and foremost, what I'm thinking for today is that I don't really know what to expect necessarily. It's the day after inauguration, day after a bank holiday. So what kind of conditions we're going to be met with, I am not too sure. We'll find out here shortly. But what I am looking at here on this chart is I have this level of buy side marked out here on the NASDAQ. This level of buy side, I believe, is where price is drawing towards. Looking here on the 4-hour, if this will load for me. There we go. So here you can kind of see more clearly the market maker buy model that we're a part of, right? So we talked about this last week about trading down into this 4-hour inefficiency here on the NASDAQ. And you can see we trade down into inefficiency, internal range liquidity. We trade up to external range liquidity, back into internal. We're respecting bullish order flow here. 4-hour fair value gap here, 4-hour fair value gap here. So all signs for our next draw on liquidity definitely point to this high that we're reaching for. on the NASDAQ. So that is what I am hoping to see a delivery into. What it looks like in the middle here, we'll find out. But looking at as well at this current moment, ES and NQ side by side. This is the 15-minute time frame. But we can see the same level of liquidity. We're building up a low resistance liquidity run to this high on both of these indices here. We did at the open just now form a little tiny internal range SMT right here. So we do have an SMT at this high for the moment between these two. So we'll see if this wants to give us a Judas swing here at the open or not. But with all that being said, short term, I would say this is your low-hanging fruit buy-side target. And then a little bit longer term would be this buy-side level here at 21,896.75. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me put a little poll in the chat box. Let me see what you guys are feeling for today. Well, let's see what the crowd is thinking. You guys bullish, bearish? Looking here. Let's continue to scale in. So we'll see what kind of, madness follows the inauguration. If anybody remembers the previous inauguration, this bearish SMT, by the way, between ES and NQ is starting to get violated as ES trades higher through that high now. Looks like NQ is a little bit weaker than ES at the moment. But if anybody remembers last inauguration, granted it's 2 different times, 2 different people, but we had quite the sell-off. We had quite the sell-off following the inauguration last time around. And then we rebounded nicely shortly thereafter. And then a bear market ensued about, I don't know, a year later. Not even. Yeah, I can show regular trading hours. Here's what we look like on regular trading hours. So, couple opening range gaps left open in price. Given how much we had expanded overnight these days. Wednesday to Thursday last week was our only opening range gap closure. This gap, we traded into about 25% of this gap. I'm going to mark this out, just for good measure here. I'm going to mark this out as regular trading hours, sell side. So it's Friday's AM session low. Looking at today's gap, however, about 127 points. Small in comparison to some of these previous opening range gaps that we've had, but still plenty big, boys. At least that's what she said. I wonder if we could see a manipulation to London low and below New York midnight here before silver bullet. I'm not particularly bearish though. Like any move down here, I would like to see be manipulation, I think. Especially with buy side all the buy side we have kind of built up here, even in the short term. So yeah, that's kind of just where I'm feeling. NQ is definitely weaker than ES right now. ES is holding up pretty good. NQ is starting to pick up some momentum to the downside here. Mark out London low. I'll make that font a little bit bigger for you boys and girls. For those visually impaired. I don't want you guys looking like sketch while you're trying to watch the stream. Good morning, Halderson. Good morning, Ruben. Man, the chat's quiet today. What the fuck are you guys doing? Is everybody just still waking up or what? Hughes SMT on the 4 hour. Bullish or bearish? Let me see. Huge SMT on the 4 hour. Oh. You're right. You're looking here. I actually didn't even see this. Thanks for the heads up. I didn't even see this. Well, that's interesting. It's interesting, but like we're looking at this 4 hour. I mean, you'd have to start expecting these. I mean, look at this. Just look at the order flow we're holding here. Yeah. But this is quite the reaction down. This is definitely, when you're talking displacement, this is what you're looking to see, boys. If I've ever seen some myself. Oh, let's see what let's see how this all shakes out here as we get into the macro in like 10 minutes. As far as the economic calendar goes, boys and girls, we have World Economic Forum meetings today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Medium impact, but that's the only news thing we have this whole week, really, other than Thursday unemployment and Trump speaks on Thursday. He's due to speak at the World Economic Forum. Gotcha. And then PMI Friday. So, yeah, we kind of mentioned this last week, how this week could be, I don't know, a little bit of a wild card. I definitely still like the idea, though, of possibly sticking with the possible bullish thesis here, being that this could be the manipulation here at the open. Judas swing, if you will, below New York midnight, possibly below London low. And then if we get some nice reactions from down here, could see us look for some longs. I could see myself looking for some longs at least. I can't speak for all of you. Let me check. Looking at the poll in the chat, looks like over half the chat is bullish. I don't know if they say that after me sharing my opinion or not, but if that is the case, then they're definitely cheating. So, well, let's see. We got 9 minutes till the macro. We got opening range gap being pretty much... Yeah, this opening range gap being completely filled. remember that roughly 120 point range was kind of one of those that could go either way in terms of whether we just keep expanding in the direction of the gap or if we close it or not. London low is really close. We had a crazy sell-off in Asia yesterday. This was what? Yeah, like 8 p.m., right before 8 p.m. We just spiked down. Took some sell side, but maybe some aftermath of the inauguration and the executive orders. Who knows? Just going to mark out these levels. So let's see if London low can get traded below. Kind of go from there. Check the 1 minute. Opening range, or sorry, first presentation for value gap right here. Pretty strong 5 minute close below this low here. I would expect to see this make another push for the low. Guess we'll soon find out though, huh? Good morning, homeless agent. I like your name. Really do believe it's going to manipulate to 170, 150. 170, 150? We got a long ways to go for that. We would be... Did I read that right? 170, 150. Yep, I did. 170, 150. Oh, you're looking at this low down here. Yeah, I think that would require a whole different. I mean, you're bearish bias then, I would say. That's not manipulation. I would say manipulation then happened right at open. And we're bearish if we go there. Let's see. 9:45. Let's see what kind of action we get here in the last 15 minutes of the hour. We do have a bullish SMT now formed with NQ trading below this low, however. ES obviously nowhere near this at the moment. Yeah, ES is strong. I have VG. I just don't. I'm not ready to get in a trade yet. I think we could make one more run for this low here. It's possible that this could be a V recovery and just go right back up. That happens, but I'm okay waiting for a little bit. See what happens. Not a rush here. But yeah, trading below midnight and then weekly open is about as far as we've gone so far. It could leave London. It could leave London open. London low open. Show you guys what I'm seeing here on ES. You can see 15-minute. Ultimately, we're holding here. Here's our SMT at these lows. So. Macro in 2 minutes. Look at Dow Jones. Oh, God. Holy. Nice. Why isn't Bitcoin doing that? All Trump had to do yesterday was just mention the Bitcoin strategic reserve, boys, and we'd be rich AF. He just couldn't let it slip, son of a gun. Oh, man. Yeah. They're in their own world at the moment. Per usual, a little out of sync. Kind of has the makings for a tricky day already, doesn't it? Is anybody already long from this inversion? I don't know who said that. Somebody asked about the inversion, so I don't know if you took that or not. But yeah, that might be the setup. We'll find out. Good morning, Nika. Good to see ya. Oh, Wriggles, that's who said it. Wriggles, did you long? Hussein sounds like he longed the 1 minute fair value IFVG. Here's first presentation fair value gap here, boys. That's why I have it marked out. But no, I did not buy any Trump. I did not buy any Trump, unfortunately. You know what's crazy is I was awake on Twitter, like when it launched, and I'm actually just a little annoyed at my Twitter For You page and or my followers, or not my followers, I guess the people I follow. I didn't see a single tweet about it, even though I was like awake during its launch. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I would have bought it. I did attempt at buying Melania. I did not have any Solana in my Phantom wallet. So I had to send some Solana to my Phantom wallet when the Melania coin announcement happened. And Phantom wallet crashed. Like the whole Solana network crashed, I believe. And yeah, my sending of my Solana to my Phantom wallet basically was just pending for like 8 hours. And then randomly I got an email saying that it failed. So by that point, I'm like, I'm over it. Because when I initially sent the Solana to my Phantom wallet to swap it for Melania coin, it was like at $3 or like just under $3. And then, yeah, but like, it didn't matter because it never went through anyway. But like by the time that it failed and it was asking me to retry, Melania coin was at like $12. So I'd already missed a 4x. I'm like, all right, well, never mind. I tried, though. I was going to do it. I had the intentions. I was going to do it. We'll see what we do here, boys. We are trapped in the middle. Bullish fair value gap, first presentation. We reacted off of, so we'll see here. We got ES drawing pretty quickly up to this buy side level, which will form another SMT. Yay. But yeah, as far as NQ goes, NQ is just chilling right here. We'll see. Macro is just beginning, so. Taking a look at our hourly candle of current. Here's what we look like, boys. And girls. 30-minute. Kind of disappointing that it left London low like that. Kind of like, if it leaves it totally, it's kind of making me, it's making my OCD flare up. Think it's too early for longs. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just sitting here. I don't think it's like super clear one way or the other just yet. I think you could talk yourself into either or. I think you could talk yourself into shorting or longing here. But that doesn't mean that it's like necessarily super clear. But I can see the argument for both sides right now. If somebody like really, yeah, here we go. So yeah, there we go. That was a fucking stop loss candle if I've ever seen one. And I've seen a few. Look at ES here now. This is nasty. Little wick up above these highs. SMT again. Sell off. Let's see if we can get London low now. I definitely feel better about the longs, you know, getting this kind of a displacement back up, this kind of a move back up after taking out like this London low would be nice. I'd like that, but I don't know, man. If like as I look up at this 15-minute, it's really going to depend on how we react at these levels. If this just rips right through and you got to keep in mind the, where's this regular trading hour sell side I marked out? Down here at 481. I mean, we're bearish if we do that, but if we don't get the reaction from this level, that's where we're going, in my opinion. Which is about 100 points away. So basically in that scenario, I would just look to try to catch that, you know, a move from somewhere up in here to down in here. But otherwise, I'm open to the longs from this level if we get what we want to see. Five more minutes on this hourly. Ain't it crazy how things can change so fast though? Like we were just looking at this hourly candle. It was literally wicking all the way up here. Now it's like within 2 minutes. Looks a lot different. Well, it's sensitive, that's for sure. That's a 60 points damn near. Yeah, this this current 15-minute candle on really both of them, I guess, but yeah, that's nasty on ES. This 50-minute candle took out the previous range already on ES on both sides. Soft trades, good morning, man. Good to see you. Lafu, hi, just new here. Good morning, Lafu. Welcome. Thanks for the beginner plays. Helps a lot. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, the concepts are the easy part. The concepts are the easy part. It's putting them all together to form the right bias and entry. And that's the hard part. That's where it comes to life. Yeah, waiting for the Baron coin. I saw there was a Baron meme coin, but I don't think that was an official one. I think that was just somebody. People are behind the scenes making coins in the names of all the Trump family members at this point, trying to rug pull some people. That's just the scary part about it. But yeah, no, your boy missed out on Trump. Your boy missed out on Melania. I gave Melania a real attempt, though. I just couldn't get my Solana into my Phantom wallet in time. I guess that's why if you're going to trade... I just don't trade memes ever, so it's like... I don't have my Solana just sitting in my Phantom wallet. But if I did trade memes regularly, I feel like that's just what you'd have to do. You just have to have it ready to go for when moments like that pop up. Tyler, are you still using daily profiles? You know, you could say I'm maybe a little bit cognizant of it. I want to say I'm more cognizant of daily profiles. Just being totally honest, like I'm more conscious of them. Kind of like, let's say if I pull up in charts at the end of a day, and then I'm like throughout the course of a week. Like when I go into a week, you know what I'm kind of anticipating anyway is there to not really be a whole lot for us to go off of and work with early on. And then like as a day or two passes, like I'm expecting things to really kind of clear up and figure out what kind of a week we are in, if that makes sense. And then obviously the economic calendar plays a role. But yeah, no, I found that when I was trying to predict daily profiles like prior to me trading a session, it would just like force me to create a bias off of like a feeling of hope. Like, oh, I hope this profile plays out because I think that's what this could be. And then like I would totally disregard whatever I'm seeing on the chart. You know, so it's, you know, I'm mindful of it, but I'm more so mindful of it in like a, how do I put it? I don't know, more of a zoomed out way. Like I'm not looking at it, like I'm not worrying about it right now. Does that make sense? But like I'm like at the end of the day, I'll kind of come up with a little idea of what I maybe could anticipate going into tomorrow and things like that. But like when it comes to like the live market and me trading, I just want to focus on what I'm like, I want to do my best to read what price is telling me in the moment, because the market's changing, things pop up, things change, things happen all the time. And what I anticipate later tonight, come tomorrow, like it doesn't even matter. Like so much could change. It could be nowhere near what you anticipated or whatever. Like, so I try not to get too far ahead of myself. I find that when I do get too far ahead of myself, it never really ends up working out. Trying to stay present in these candlesticks, boys. So, and at the end of the day, it's just like sometimes I already feel like I have too much going on, like what I'm looking for and what I'm seeing. So yeah, I'm trying to just keep it simple, if that makes any sense. But Tanja got cooked. She already took a trade. R.I.P. Tanja. We've all been there. Pluto, you caught 121 points. Been stalking shorts since last night. Yeah, I was kind of curious to see. I thought maybe I'd wake up today and price would just like be dead on everything. Post-inauguration vibes, man. And everybody is so bullish. Like, if you just kind of look at the overall market sentiment, a lot of people I feel like are just bullish, obviously, with how price, you know, has been behaving. I showed you guys that 4-hour chart to kind of go over the order flow we've been seeing on that for a little bit now. But also just like with Trump getting inaugurated, being back in, you know, you could see how price could sell off here in the short term, with everybody being as bullish as they are around that. So it would make sense. Purely going off of like knowing that most people, that's just how it usually goes. Like if most people feel a certain way about the market, it goes, it does the opposite. So it's snowing in South Houston. Bro, it is negative 20 degrees right now in Wisconsin. Or at least it was like, but when I started the stream. Okay, it's look at this shit. Look at this. It is it is you see that? Negative 17 degrees at the moment. Negative 17, boys. If I went outside and I went to go pee on a tree, I'm stuck there, right? I'm not. You probably won't see me again. I'm literally freezing to the tree, connected to a stream of urine. That's how that would go. It's cold. -17 Celsius? No, 17 Fahrenheit. -17 Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that is in Celsius, to be honest. Hey Siri. How cold is 17 degree? Ah, fuck. Shut up. Hang on. Hey Siri. How cold is negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? -27 degrees Celsius. Yeah, she's a little chilly. Would it make sense for us to sell off too during the first week of Trump, etc. or no? I think so, yeah. I wouldn't surprise me at all. And for the record, guys, I did find out why I was having like some OBS issues. Definitely had some settings not optimized, but just a forewarning. The stream has about a 4, 5, sometimes 6 seconds delay with a low latency. It turns out when you stream anything above like a very basic 1080p, ultra low latency is not even possible. So just a forewarning on that, boys and girls. I set your Siri off? Yeah, whenever if I ever have like the TV on and then like a Alexa commercial comes on, my Alexa goes off. I don't know, boys. It kind of looks like I'm looking at this 15-minute chart. I mean, we'll see if anything changes here in the short term. Macro is kind of coming to an end here. I'm just looking at this 15-minute chart. Like on ES, it looks like it kind of wants to roll over here. Stay patient here a little bit longer, but it's kind of what it's possibly starting to look like. I got scammed by my health insurance last night, or no, 2 nights ago. I pay for health insurance through like the marketplace as a self-employed person. It's what I've done since basically what you can't be on your parents' life insurance after you turn 26. So you know, you go through the marketplace if you're self-employed, and yeah, my monthly premium, I just go for like the cheapest premium possible. Obviously, I'm healthy. I got no pre-existing conditions, not on any medicines. Like everything's good. It's just so funny. Like every year, you don't go. Like I don't go to the hospital. I don't get take checkups or visits or anything. Like everything's good. But like the premium, like especially if you make more money, you just pay more, which is just so fucking weird to me. So like every year, I feel like my insurance has always like gone up, even though I don't use it. Healthy. But yeah, no, I got basically like double charged 2 nights ago. Call up the insurance. I'm like, yo, what's going on? They go, oh yeah, everything looks good. I'm like, yeah, it looks good for you. Why are you fucking me like this? What are we doing? Oh, sir, sorry. Yeah, no, there's no mistake. That's the correct amount. I'm like, what do you mean? My policy literally says that that's not the correct amount. Well, sir, I don't know what to tell you. It is. Oh, no. Long story short, I canceled my health insurance and I found an alternative option outside the marketplace. But anyway, yeah, they just sent me like 3 back-to-back emails and tried calling me. I was only supposed to pay like just under $500 for the month. That's the monthly premium. That's the cheapest premium for a single healthy male in his 20s. Isn't that crazy? I just think that's crazy. I don't know. $6,000 for the year? Anyway, yeah, but they charged me over $700. For January. But it's like I don't want to not have health insurance because it's like, bro, if something terrible happens, that is just I mean, medical bills are just insane. So it's like I don't know, it's like it's definitely worth paying $6,000 a year to save yourself a possibility of having to spend 6 figures plus on, you know, a medical bill. But yeah, these insurance companies are just a fucking scam, bro. I hate the insurance world so much. I mean, I think everybody does, but count me in. Is it just life insurance? No, not life insurance. I was talking about health insurance, Rosalie. Yeah, I kind of felt like the 15-minute candles to address what some of you guys were saying in the chat. I think the 15-minute chart looks like it'll roll over here on the ES. NQ is obviously much weaker. Like if we see this push lower, I don't know. I just want to see something. Yeah, I don't know. We could still go higher, but I would say like if we get some strong displacement down from here, I could see myself looking for, you know, short down to the sell side level. We'll see if we, who knows, it could just drop in a straight line right now. See if we get it. How much is this? 20. It's 42 points. Yeah, I'm going to try this fair value gap entry short. If we can get it. I don't know. Let's see. It's a nice, almost even 1 to 2 down to that sell side level. We're hitting. This is a 1 minute fair value gap currently on ES that we're tapping into right now. If this just like holds and goes, I mean, it might just hold here and sell. I'm trying not to chase. I don't know. I don't really want an entry like right here. Staying patient, hand on the trigger. I want to at least see that gap traded into on, even if it's ES's chart. ES could poke up into it and leave it open for NQ. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So I'm watching like this 1 minute. I'm going to give that a whirl over here. ES is trading into that 1 minute fair value gap that I'm looking at. And now NQ is trading into that first fair value gap as well. And then this entry gets offered. Ain't that something? So yeah, I'm in this, guys. Stops going above this fair value gap candle here on the 1 minute. My target is this sell side here at 21,481. Regular trading hour sell side. All right, boys. Thanks. Hi, Tyler. I wanted to ask if you have done any research on types of fair value gaps and their probabilities. Any thoughts, comments? I don't know if you're looking for something specific, like when you say research on fair value gaps. I mean, the fair value gaps that are most important, especially if you're looking for like reversals, as ICT traders, we're generally like reversal traders. So I'm paying attention most closely to fair value gaps that take us above old highs and below lows. But generally those are your best inversions. Like if we invert this gap here, I don't know, it's probably likely that we trade up to these highs. But like this is the gap that took us down below these lows here. So if I'm bearish, I want to see this hold and then keep us pushing for this sell side. But yeah, no, outside of that, I don't worry about it too much. Like I don't worry about, I've seen different things, like people worry about like, oh, well, this fair value gap based on like the way that the third candle closed is like, I don't worry about that shit. Not to say that it could never work or anything like that, or that it couldn't be valuable to look at price in those ways. I'm sure just like anything, it can work out, but yeah, no, I just don't think that really matters too much. I think a lot of that is just like content creators trying to find something to make a video about, if I'm being honest. If you're hearing somebody kind of talk about something in relation to ICT concepts that ICT himself has never mentioned, they're basically just making something up for content purposes. All right, well, yeah, this looks like it's going to get stopped out. I'll turn the little order filled sound thing on. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, hang on. Enable sound alerts. There we go. All right. You'll hear the order filled once my stop gets hit.
Order filled.
There you go. Yeah, all right, guys. That didn't work out. Tricky. Tricky. So if you tried longing after London low was taken, you got cooked. And if you tried shorting this displacement, turns out you also are on the verge of getting cooked. Here's our 5-minute chart. That's kind of ugly, isn't it? Well. Why did you change from bullish to bearish? Because we didn't do what I was hoping to see for my bullish bias. My bullish bias was a London low raid And then I wanted to see bearish PD ray start to fail. So we got that here. We're still holding bullish. I thought we were looking more so bullish on the higher time frames for like ES and NQ. So once we got this move down here, I tried the short. Stop above this fair value gap high. So you can make the argument that maybe my stop loss should have been up here, but I didn't want to stop that big. But yeah, that was the reason. And you could argue SMT on both sides of the market at this point. So I don't want to hear any SMT arguments. But I would say maybe the most prominent SMT, if you're looking at just higher time frame, would be this 4 hour. But like as far as like the 1 minute is concerned, I'm not. You could argue both sides for that. Yeah, we'll just stay patient. I didn't mind the idea there. Can you please explain the trailing stop on Topstep? Yeah, so it's end of day drawdown. So here's your axis. You start, let's say your account is a 50K account. Right? You have a 2K. Max drawdown. Let's say your first day, you make, I don't know, let's say $1,000. This trailing drawdown at the end of the day will follow you up 2K, or follow you up your profit. So it'll follow you up 1K. Once you get up 1,500, which would be your 3%, it'll continue to follow you up 3% of profit. And then if you were to lose and go back to your balance, then you fail the account. However, if you go another 3% to 6%, you pass. But the trailing drawdown follows you up 3%. And it's end of day drawdown. So if you were to make $1,000 on a trade and then lose $1,000 on a trade, but it's all within the same day, then your trailing drawdown doesn't affect you because it goes off what your balance is at the end of the day. I think I'm going to stay on this 5-minute chart. See if this becomes our bullish order block here on the 5. If you're using NQ1 one contract, but the 30 stop loss is 1K, 50 points would be 1K on E-mini NASDAQ. 25 points would be 500. Look at me. You guys don't even need me you guys don't even need me answering the chat. The chat is answering the chat for me. You had a 30-point stop loss on my challenge. 30-point stop loss. And you lost 1K. Let me show you. So, for example, this long position tool here on TradingView, they're still working on integrating this into Topstep X. I'm not sure where your combine is on, but like, for example, if I put a 30-point stop loss on this, on TradingView, if I right click, create limit order, and I have one contract, you can see a 30-point risk is $600. 2 contracts, 1,200, blah, blah, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So that's for E-mini. It's 10 times less on a micro. So I'm eyeing up this 5-minute order block for entry, possible long. I don't want my stop down here. This is way too. I don't want a 75-point stop. As I look at this 1 minute, I do wonder about if I'd be safe putting my stop here. I'd like to think so. Definitely saves me a lot. Here's your bullish breaker on the 1 minute, which we're already tapping into. But yeah, eyeing this up right now. Oops, sorry.
Order filled.
All right, boys. I hopped in. You see where my stop loss is, right? Yeah. Gave myself a tight little stop. I want to see a quick reaction off this open of this 5-minute order block. So stop is here. There is 1 minute inefficiency, obviously, that I'm sure some of you guys are thinking about right now, down in here. So if we trade down in there, I'm going to get stopped out, but give this a shot. Good reaction so far. See what happens. Where's 9:30 open? Right there. Yeah. I have my TP set currently right here. This will be pretty disgusting if, I would say, if price trades back below like London low and then starts chopping around. That'd be pretty nasty. You're on Tradeovate. Rosalie, I would say, yeah, Tradeovate, you can link it to TradingView. I think TradingView is more user friendly and just cleaner looking than Tradeovate's platform personally. I guess if you're copy trading, that's a different story, but you shouldn't be copy trading until you've gotten all these simple little things figured out at first. But yeah, maybe try hooking your Tradeovate up to TradingView and trading on TradingView, because then you can do what I just showed you, the like creating the limit order, right? You can mess with this risk calculator right here, like tells you everything you need to know. If you're using this tool. Obviously, if you're market executing, you kind of have to know the math. So the way that I kind of just look at it, like with my brain, like I don't always set limit orders, and I'm just always eyeing up points. I know that 25 points is $500 risk. I know that 1,000 is $1,000 is 50 points risk, right? So generally, I like if I have one mini contract on. This is just my risk preference personally. I know that I like to be 25 to about 35 points. I can, that's kind of where I'm at. Now, if you end up with a trade, like if you end up being able to snipe an entry on like a really low time frame, then sometimes you can get away with more sides and smaller stops, but in the volatility of these markets, I don't know. But that's what I would say. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to use Tradeovate, like personally trade on Tradeovate's platform, unless you're copy trading. That'd be the only reason to do it, in my opinion. I don't know why anybody would not trade on TradingView if you got a Tradeovate account. Maybe if it's a live account, like a live personal funded, there could be like a small discrepancy with your order. Like when you place the trade, there might be a slight delay, but it's so marginal. But yeah, a little cheap trade here. Like I said, this is just pretty messy. Probably warrants getting off the charts and doing something else. Did not take anything on anything funded today. This trade is also on Combine. Oh fuck. So I become your favorite counter signal, Ben. There you go. Listen, I'm adding value to you some way somehow. That's what I like to hear, Ben. See, you found the most effective way to use my streams, and that's all that matters. Cheers to you. Is that still good to trade? I'm confused, Rosalie, what you're asking. Hang on. Let me get caught up here. I think I might have missed something important. I tried 2 challenge, and I'm down 49K now on other one. Is that still good to trade? You're down to 49K on a 50K challenge? Yeah, you don't blow the account until you lose 2K on a 50K. So yeah, you're still good to trade. If you're trading on Tradeovate though, you have max daily loss. So maybe if you got locked out, if that's why you're asking, it's because you're on Tradeovate. So I'm trying to think. Max daily loss on a 150K Tradeovate account, max daily loss was like 3K. So the max daily loss on a 50K Tradeovate, I've only ever had 50Ks with Topstep X. Does somebody know? What would it be? 50, like 750? Is that right? Why does that not sound right? Is that 1,000? It might be 1,000. Or 1,500. I don't know. But yeah, there's a max daily loss lockout if you're not on Topstep X. Yes, I made the DVR option available, YM, so you can scroll back. I never knew you had to toggle that option on. I thought you could just scroll back. But I am doing good, Gudam. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. How are you doing? But Rosalie, if you got locked out of the one account, you're just locked out for the day. You can still trade the rest of that balance tomorrow for a new trading day. And then if you hit the max loss limit, then obviously then you're done. But earned up to 50,800 for 1 week. Good trade. Then went down to 49.7. Oh, so your trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown. So yeah, your trailing drawdown followed you up $800 then, if that was your balance at one point. So instead of your max daily loss or max limit being 48,000, it'd actually be 800. Well, this trade is starting to work out here nice. I don't know if Ben's gonna apologize or not. I'm gonna go risk free. Slight, you know, put it a couple points in profit or whatever. Trading above this little short-term high here. We got macro starting in like 6 minutes. I know I'm trading on this monitor above this chart. Is that better? You guys are so needy. Ben, I'm awaiting my apologies. You were kind of being mean. He said that because he thought I was going to hit stop loss. By the way. But, I have 3 monitors, PEJW. I just got a third one, like, around Christmas. So I've got 2, like, kind of high-low up top. One above the other, 2 27-inch monitors. This bottom one here is technically, like, the higher def. This is supposed to be a ultra-fine 4K monitor. Which is what is compatible with how I have my stream set. So I don't know if it looks worse or not when I share this screen. Like if it looks just like a little bit lower definition. Because it's not a 4K, the other one. But we can stop that break even here on this trade. We got macro starting in like 5 minutes as well, so I'll just wait for that if we get stopped out at break even. Still in. You'll hear the order filled signal once it hits.
Order filled.
Yeah, so I'm stopped that break even on that. I'm going to delete this idea for now. We'll keep the order block thing on here, but yeah, stop that break even. Basically removed risk once we traded above this little recent high here. You can see we ended up just wicking above it, closing below, coming back down. So see if this next macro sets anything up. Could see possibly retracement below some of these little lows here on the 1 minute. Got this inefficiency here, so obviously if it just retests this order block and then continues, that'll be a little disappointing, but trying to avoid any unnecessary losses. As many as we can. But we're only human. But yeah, so I got 3. So I got these 227s, one up here, one here, and then I got a vertical. I have an ultra wide monitor that I have mounted vertically, and then my camera mounted right in the middle. So I got basically all my streaming stuff on the vertical monitor. So I got like my Spotify up top, OBS, chat, and then two screens for charts. Rosalie, you're now our collective project. We're going to get you funded, girl. Yeah, Rosalie, you keep coming back. We'll get you there. Hopefully we were able to help, though, so far with your questions. Sounds like we were able to. Macro in 2 minutes. Kiddos. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. I don't know, chat. How are we feeling about how do we feel about these longs towards 9:30 open and possibly buy side? How do we feel about these, chat? Do you guys trust it? Do you not trust it? Do you think we go lower? Kind of watching this fair value gap here at the moment. Fair value gap took out this little low here, retest weekly open, this 5-minute order block. I don't hate the idea of another long attempt if we could get an inversion here. But if we can't, then, well, could avoid a nice little L, because this is, I just don't want us to go sideways in here. Macro is starting. We're not in Jackson Hole. We're in World Economic Forum. But I think it's a kind of a similar event. And unfortunately, it's going to be 2 more days long. Bro thought he was going to win a trade for a second there. I never thought that for even 1 second. But you notice how Ben only chirps? So he chirped when I was in drawdown. And then when price was going in profit enough for me to go break even after that first high was taken, I'm asking where he's at. I'm like, Ben, where you at? Oh, Benny boy. Crickets. Nowhere to be found. Didn't say nothing. Oh, Benny boy. And then we can stop that break even, and then like 5 minutes later, he comes back in and he's chirping some more. Ben, would you say that you, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but if you do, that's fine too. Ben, would you say that like would you say like your energy and attitude, generally speaking, would you say that it's a net positive? In the world, or would you say maybe not? What do you think? Like if everybody in the world had Ben's attitude, do you think we'd be better off or worse? What do you think? Ben has a handful of ICT live streamers that I fade. Don't mean to be negative, it's just my strategy. Well, that's interesting. Because were you fading me when I passed multiple combines on stream? And we've won countless trades on stream, on fundeds, on combines, on all the above? Or is it just convenient that you only say such things when there's not a winning trade happening right in front of your face at that current moment in time? Seems like it seems a little cherry picked, Ben. It just seems a little cherry picked. Like, Ben, I want to see you here. Let's see some consistency out of you. I want to see you consistently fade me February, March, April, May. I would love to see that. Now, I never will see it because, well, you have the courtesy of hiding behind your little keyboard there. You don't live stream. I assume you don't post your trades anywhere publicly for anybody to critique or criticize. So yeah, I'm never gonna know, but that's kind of the privilege that you have as a viewer. So I guess I wish you the best. But yeah, for the record, I've never claimed to be the best trader or best ICT trader, even for that matter. I'm gonna end this poll, by the way. I've never claimed to be the best of anything, so I don't know. I mean, I know that your comments, you're trying to be a troll and you're trying to hurt my feelings. So that's probably the only annoying thing about it. But somebody comes on stream and they're like, "This guy's a bad trader. This guy's a bad ICT trader." Okay, congrats. But like, that's the cool part about it, man. Is you're getting your money's worth by being here for free. You don't even have to subscribe to watch the streams, but you do have to subscribe to leave a message in the chat. So, at the very least, I want to thank you for your subscription, Ben. Ben! Hang on. Ben! Oh. Oh, Benny boy. You know, Ben kind of reminds me a lot of this person.
That is called Bidenomics. That is called Bidenomics. And we are.
Doesn't Ben kind of remind you guys a little bit? He's got a little bit of the Kamala in him. He's got a little bit of the Kamala in him. Maybe even a little of the Joe as well. This is how we react when people come trolling in the chat for any various reason. I'm actually just looking for an excuse to just press buttons on my stream deck at this point. That's kind of fun. Well, listen, you think I downloaded these memes for no reason?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Or this one? Anyway, but yeah, we're just kind of chopping in here right now. This macro is, let's just say, not quite heterosexual. Anthony, good to see you back here. Ben says, I'm not trolling. I'm glad I found your stream. Sorry if it came across as hate. How about you get on your knees and tell me you love me? Jesus is king and there's only two genders. Amen, Anthony. Well, new hourly candle here in a minute. Look at his hourly. Look at that. Shit. I don't know, dude. Like, if I'm waiting for a 1 minute like displacement up with a fair value gap for entry, the only way that trade works out, to be honest, is if we likely run for buy side up here. Because like if we leave a fair value gap up here, I mean this shit could just maybe run this high out and reverse. Plus at that point, you're doing one of these numbers. You're taking a long in a premium. Hourly candle is opening up here. I don't know. Let's see if we can frame something off of possibly like this 1 hour wick. Maybe we trade down at about 50% of this wick. And then we could set something up on a lower time frame. I'm going to mark out this level. Clean some of this up. It was pretty nasty chop though. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's do a pulse check, shall we? Let me know, kids. Could you explain the yearly quarters and what to expect in each? Not really, to be honest. I can kind of give you time, like seasons, if you will. Like January. Most of January is pretty similar to December, to be honest. End of the year, beginning of the year. Things kind of start to clean up a little bit. February, March, April beginning of May, and then like we kind of get into the summer months, right? Mid to late May, June, July, August. I don't feel like summer is too slow until August. August has been kind of one of those months that's often problematic for a lot of ICT traders. And then like, you know, around the holidays, but I don't know, if you're thinking in terms of like longer term stuff, like investments, then I think you can worry about like the quarters of a year, right? Because I think you can anticipate in a bull market, that a lot of times what you'll see is highs. I'm just speaking off of historically, we usually peak in a bull market most often around April and November. And then usually your corrections or your retracements are happening obviously in between there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really view outside of the contracts, right? Like the futures contracts, outside of that, I don't really view market in quarters, especially now, like when we're trading intraday like this, it doesn't really matter. All right, you could be bullish. You could be bullish on a freaking weekly chart, but still have 2 days of retracement in any given week. Taxider says, Tyler, observe how price is consolidating within the range of the last 1 minute bearish impulse move. That indicates a respected breaker. So taxi diver or taxider, yes, we are consolidating sideways in this breaker. But this is a big breaker, and I'm not about to take a long with my stop. So I'm not about to do that. I would rather let some price play out here, find something here on a smaller time frame, shorten that stop up, try to find that protected low, and then try to catch something. So that's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, you can even see like this 5 minute order block, which I'm watching up here. But like this 5 minute order block, you can see the respect that we're giving it still, even with these bodies. I also want any trade I take to still be in discount, so I'm a little less interested if I have to take a position up here. I'm going to give this inversion a attempt here if we can pull back and retest it. Stop at this low. All right, I think this position, even if it comes back here, is cooked. You might have been able to snag an entry right as this candle closure and then into this next candle. I don't know. I'm not really liking it as much the more I look at it. Given that we're obviously one in a premium, but then two, we just formed SMT with ES here. In this inefficiency. Not liking that long idea as much now. We'll see. We'll see how this all kind of plays out here. Macro's over. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty sideways most of the morning here. So far I've taken one trade, or two trades, one break even, one loss, trying to short this to that regular trading hours sell side. Obviously that didn't work out, but yeah, that's been really it so far. We've otherwise, yeah, we opened up, sell off, sideways. Oh fuck, I wasn't even I wasn't even showing you guys the right screen, my bad. That's my bad. Yeah. Ooh, let me see. Pulse check. Most of you guys are actually green today, which is cool. Good work to you guys. 28% red, 25% flat. See if this SMT wants to hold or not. Either way, pretty tricky market. Pretty tricky market to try to trade this, I would say. I mean, we're not doing anything, so I would say, you know, your only opportunities to do much of anything obviously probably came from really early morning shorts, shorting at the open, or right here possibly from this first presentation fair value gap, which would have been an easy, nice little short down to the London low. If you guys remember, London low was about right here. Without me zooming out and scrolling back, right about there. So this move from here to here probably would have been your cleanest opportunity. with SMT at the highs of this move. Stop up here. That's probably your best trade of the morning. And then remember, after this was interested in possible longs until this move here. But yeah, I would say that's probably your best trade of the morning, especially with it being right at a macro. I did not take that, by the way. So that's all hindsight. Peace out, Maida. Thanks for coming. Shorted of open and TP'd 562. Trade order flow. You trade order flow, so you do like volume profile, like as well, or no? Do you like volume profile? Trying to think, what is it? Value area, high and low. And then you just use like the order, the order book, the DOM. Real Jedi. No, I did not full port the Trump meme. I would have if I had saw it in time. Well, what's funny about that is Sunday everybody knew about it and it still like doubled in price the next day. Or yeah, Saturday night going into Sunday. So like you could have bought Sunday and still doubled your money pretty easily, which is just funny. But yeah, no, I did not participate in Trump. I tried to participate in the Melania coin. Solana network crashed, Phantom wallet crashed, so I missed out on that as well. But I sent Solana at like, it was below $3. Melania was below $3. And by the time my Solana failed to send, it was already like 12 or 13 bucks. So yeah, I missed the 4x, but I was going to get in on it. And if it did 3 to 4x, I was going to just sell it. So I missed it as well. But yeah, you know, her hat got in the way a little bit, Real Jedi. Her hat got in the way. I did notice it real time when I watched the inauguration, but upon replay assist, her hat did seem to interfere. So they did not think that through. They didn't think through the kiss on the cheek. They didn't think it through. You're bearish for the whole week. Trump meme. Pluto, you didn't see the Trump meme? Where do you see that SMT? With ES. SMT with ES. I'll show you here. Right here. Well, actually, I think I marked the wrong high. It's actually, where is that high at? Right here. So I'm looking here. And this is actually, this might be incorrect. Look at this shit. This high is actually this high. Go home, Tyler, you're drunk. All right, fine, never mind. Happy? I marked the wrong high though. That's my bad. My chart deceived me. But I don't, dude. This is... Either way, I think looking at the fair value gap to the left is what tricked me. Either way, dude, this is just slow, grindy action. And perhaps I was trying to talk myself out of that long, this inversion long here, because I just don't love that we're right at equilibrium. We're diddling in the middle. This action here on a 1 minute just looks very problematic. See it kind of broadening here. So I'm not super hot on the idea of trying to figure out right at equilibrium which way we go. So, I don't know. Looks like it could be a slow grind to the upside, but for all I know, this could just rip lower here to this consequent encroachment of this 1 hour wick as well, if not go lower. So, I don't really know, man. All I know is I am happy that I traded Combine today. So, yeah, it just one of those weeks to be smart about risk, and obviously it's kind of a wild card with World Economic Forum. Obviously Trump just got inaugurated, so speaking of, if you guys don't already, I would highly recommend for your Twitter notifications to put the put the alert bell on for Trump's tweets, because for anybody that traded at all during his first term, you guys know exactly the power that his tweets would have on making the market do whatever, whenever. Just tweet something out, all of a sudden, boom, market's flying or tanking, and nobody knows what's going on. Sure enough, Donald Trump tweeted something that was important. So, yeah, just throw them on. Just throw them on. You're very against social media, only Twitter because I follow ICT. Well, you're on YouTube as well, so that's social media. Pluto says we're dumping. Someone else earlier said we're grinding the buy side. So you can just, even just by reading the chat, you can see how divided people are, which makes sense. We're just chopping sideways. We're range bound right now. So I'm gonna step away for the morning, and I'll probably revisit after I get back from the gym what PM session is looking like. But yeah, I'm not gonna even pretend to try to figure out. I know what's gonna happen in the middle here. We could do either or. So, but how do I find E-mini NASDAQ? Are you on TradingView, Jose? E-mini NASDAQ is a futures product. So if you're on TradingView, if you're on a CFD Forex broker, Jose, I'm just going through the possibilities in my head. If you're on a CFD Forex broker, you're not going to find E-mini NASDAQ. It's a futures product. But if you're on TradingView, you just literally type in I'm logged into TradeAway here. Let me exit that. Go to all. Type in NQ. Let's do this together. So the first thing that pops up is NQ E-mini NASDAQ futures for me when I have all toggled on. It's right there. But if you don't pay for live market data, it's like $7 a month with a paid plan on TradingView, which I have. I don't know if it's a different price if you don't have a paid plan on TradingView or what have you. But yeah, otherwise, like when you open it up, see this little green market open button? That means you're good and your market's live. Right next to it will be a little like yellow D if it's delayed. Generally, if you don't pay for live market data, it's delayed by like 10 minutes. But yeah, just type in, you could literally just be on your chart and just type in NQ. Pulls up the symbol search. And then you're going to want to look at the current contract that we're in. So we're currently in the March contract for 2025, NQH. Or you could look at the continuous contract chart, NQ1. And then you'll want to make sure that your BADG down here is toggled on. You're good to go. But yeah, boys, I'm going to step away for the morning. This is not really a whole lot going on here, so that's really about it. But yeah, plan is to stream tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we got Wednesday, another day of no red folder news. Like I told you guys, I hope you guys came into the week with the right expectations. Where if you're trading your fundeds, you're just being very, very picky, very cautious, very, I don't know, really particular about how much you're risking in managing that risk. And then obviously, yeah, if you're, you know, maybe you switch to combines for the week, or maybe not the whole week, but like most of it, right? Just, you know, having that expectation. I guess knowing when to be aggressive and when to be a little bit more defensive. So, in shorts, kind of cooking. I wish you luck, soft trades. They could play out. I don't know what could happen. We could go either way. But if you are in one or the other, I wish you luck, I guess. But appreciate you guys showing up. Like the stream before you head out, please. It would mean a lot to me. Please, 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 please. Just hit the like button, please. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning. And we'll see what we have in store. But also, I will update you guys on Twitter and possibly YouTube if I take anything in the PM session. It's possible that because it's the first session back after a bank holiday, the PM today could be better than AM. Obviously, we'll see. But I'm going to go to the gym, get some stuff done, and then take a peek a little bit later on. Enjoy the rest of your guys' Tuesday, everybody, and I will see you kids tomorrow.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ chart's on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracement to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.